All right, I want to discuss the top 3 mistakes I see in the gym all the time, and it drives me a little bit crazy because these are things that can be so easily overcome, but the fact that people are still doing them is really having an effect on a couple things. It's having an effect on their results. It's having an effect on their safety. So let's talk about the top 3 things I see in the gym. And trust me, having basically lived in a gym for 20 plus years, I've seen a ton of mistakes, but these are the ones, the 3 that I see the most. Number 1 is not having a plan. You ever been to the gym, not quite sure what to do and didn't know what to do, and you're kind of aimlessly walking around. Okay, I'll try this machine. Okay, I'll pick up these dumbbells. Okay, I'll go do this. At the end of the day, you've gotten a workout in, maybe, I guess, but there's no plan behind it. And what happens when you don't have a plan is you're not going to have any quantifiable results, or you're not going to know what worked, what didn't work. So if you do happen to get some results, which is highly unlikely when you don't have a plan, but if you were to get some results, what was it that got you the results? You'll have no idea. So you have no idea how to replicate it and repeat it. So not only that, but you end up wasting a lot of time at the gym when you do that. So you walk around aimlessly, taking too long a rest between sets because you're not quite sure what to do next. You're not quite sure what move to do next. And at the end of the day, you end up wasting a lot of time. You walk into the gym with a plan, you warm up, you get to work, you execute the plan, you get out of there. At the end of the day, that's going to be quicker, more efficient, and going to deliver a better result. So having a plan or lack thereof is mistake number 1. Number 2 is improper form and technique. I mean, it's ridiculous the way I see people lift weights and move their body sometimes. 1 is for safety. Obviously, when you do things wrong, the likelihood of getting hurt is very high. It may not happen the first time, but I can promise you at some point it will. And also, having improper technique is going to hurt the result. So if you're not exercising or working the muscle the way it should be worked, the proper technique, the proper form, then you're not going to get the same result. It's not going to elicit the same result from that muscle that doing it properly will do. So you're hurting your results, and you're going to end up hurting yourself with improper technique. And lastly is lack of intensity, and then lifting too much or too little weight. I kind of lump those in together. So lack of intensity means just going to the gym and going through the motions. You see people on the treadmill reading their magazines and they're barely walking, or light jog, and they spend 30 minutes and they go home. And at the end of the day, maybe if you're new to exercise and it's been a while, that's fine, great, awesome. Do what you got to do to get yourself moving again. But if you've been doing that for a while, I can promise you that's not delivering a level of intensity that's going to get you results. So we have to get a certain intensity. We have to have a purpose. We got to push ourselves at the gym. We can't just go through the motions. When we lift weights, we have to lift enough weights to actually elicit change in the muscle. We got to lift enough weights so the muscle has to break down and build back stronger. And when you're lifting really light weights, you're really not doing that. Maybe you're getting a little bit of a caloric burn from the weights, but not enough to really matter. We have to lift enough weights to actually maintain our lean muscle and maybe build some lean muscle, because again, as I've said in other videos, lean muscle is what burns fat. So we have to address lean muscle, and you got to do that through proper weight training and using enough weights and lifting enough weights. And on the flip side, and I see this more from the guys than the girls, is lifting too much weight. And this can kind of go back to the lack of form and technique. So typically when you lift too heavy, you lose all sensibility with form and technique. It goes right out the window, and you end up getting hurt. So you're not going to get the same result. You're probably going to get hurt, and you're not going to elicit the same changes on a muscular level that you would if you did the right kind of weight, the right amount of weight, with the right form and technique. So hopefully you don't fall into one of those 3 categories. If you do, I would address it, and address it quickly, because you're either wasting time, not getting results, or at risk of hurting yourself, or some combination of the 3, which is not good. So let's have a plan, let's use proper form and technique, and let's get the right intensity out of our workouts and use the right weights for us, not too light, not too heavy. So hope that makes some sense. If you need some help, let me know. You can always reach me at furyfitness.jason@gmail.com, furyfitness.jason@gmail.com, and then the website is furyfitnesswoodstock.com. And obviously, if you ever want to come try our boot camp, we're happy to have you. We let people do 2 free weeks, so you're more than welcome to come in, knock out 2 weeks, and see if it's the right program, the right fit for you. So if you want to pursue that, give me a shout, let me know. Thanks, and we'll talk soon. Bye.